What's going on, y'all? We're back with a little tailgate talk, and today we're going to cover a topic of hunting new place, new landscape, just kind of going to a new spot and learning it and drawing up a game plan for your upcoming season. So,
Yeah, we talked about kind of what we do, kind of our mindset, and you know, the property's going to change from year to year just a little bit. But this past year for us, the whole landscape's completely changed due to a storm we had back in September. Um, we talked about that in previous episodes, but that storm it came through and it demolished a lot of our properties that we get to turkey hunt, and it's going to be interesting this year.
yeah, and first we'll talk about our little. We're in a club in Lincoln County, and I've been in the club the longest
Yeah.
between the two of us, and we've never really had turkeys there. And this past deer season,
Yeah, they kind of showed up
we
out of nowhere.
we started getting a lot of turkeys on camera, and they're hanging around. And it's
Yeah.
not just like Jake's and him. I mean,
There's some longbeards in there that are dang near touching
Yeah.
the ground.
so we're pretty excited about that. But with us, what benefits us about this place is we know the area because of deer hunting,
Yeah,
but we've never turkey hunted it, and so that throws on call the monkey wrench in it because we don't know how they act, what they're going to act, how they're going to do.
yeah, and how far from where they were in deer season, how far away are they going to be
Right.
when it comes up to turkey season?
That's right.
So, and we've seen in the past where that tends to change. It's kind of like the deer pattern. You see them during the fall, they're staying in a spot, and then as it gets closer to turkey season and they get closer to that breeding period, things start to change, just like the rut. So they start to spread out, separate, and we're gonna have to just kind of fill that out this year, see what we can do with it.
It got me kind of fired up during deer season. We were hunting, both and I were hunting our stands, and we're not too far from the lake, and it was opening day of duck season.
Yep.
And every time them guys or whoever would have a good volley of ducks on the lake, them turkeys, dude, they were ripping.
Yeah, they were ripping it
And I
right,
was
right in the
like-
bottom, right across from us.
I was like, wow, this is. I'm almost thinking about put the rifle down, grab the shotgun, come on spring.
Yeah, let's go spring.
But so we're going to go. We're going to put out some cameras and kind of start trying to. I'm going to call it pattern them.
Yeah, get a feel. At least get a feel.
Scatter.
for close to
So
where they are.
we'll put the cameras out where we saw them during deer season just to see if they've kind of kept that same pattern, travel pattern, whatever you want to call it, and we'll just go from there. And between going out there and listening, running cameras, just gathering as much intel as we can, that'll help us draw up the game plan. And and they may come spring, they may be gone.
They may disappear
moved,
further
you know?
onto some neighboring properties or whatever, and that's happened to us before.
Yep.
You got birds close to a property line, and come to turkey season, they just disappear.
So
That's what it
that's
seems like.
to me, that's a good thing about going and listening. I mean, we'll probably start going and listening in about a week or so.
Yeah, if the weather stays like this, definitely. We've got some beautiful weather coming, and it's supposed to come back a little cold, but
Yep.
if
Well-
it can stay like this, we'll get out and start listening.
But we'll listen all the way up till opening weekend.
Yeah.
And we'll keep a mental note. Or I'll jot stuff down on paper saying, hey, this day, we heard them over here. This day, they were over there. And just keep notes. That way when season does come, we're not walking in there totally blind with it. Since it is a new property or a new turkey hunts place, we're not totally blind to it and just not walking in there hunting blind.
Yeah, we'll have an idea where to start, and kind of like you said, we'll have our game plan of where we like to run and gun. I'm more impatient than you, but I kind of push you sometimes. But we'll have our map to kind of map it out and which way we want to take off and head after 'em.
And lucky for us, we've got some older gentlemen that we're real good friends with, and Mr. Roger Bates, he always tells us patience kills turkeys.
Yeah.
Patience kills turkeys. Basically, it's better just to add a little 20 or 30 minutes extra
Yeah, it doesn't hurt.
and just let it play out like it's going to play out. I mean, you never know. We've actually had in the past us getting up moving circling back around on like a little sandy road, and there'd be tom tracks in our boot tracks where if we'd have just gave it a few more minutes, they may able to come on to us. So just we're gonna add a little patience this year because it's new hunting ground, new tactics,
Yeah.
and we'll just kind of see what happens.
And sometimes on new grounds for me, it's not the most patient thing, but I like to cover a lot of ground. So you're on a new piece of property and you haven't had time to scout. I've done it before on other pieces of property where I've kind of traveled the property line close to it and make just a big loop. And I've had it before where I get close to back where I started and strike a bird up, got his interest right off the rip. Now, if I had been patient, could have probably just sat right there, but I didn't know.
Yep.
So that's a tactic too that we sometimes use.
Kind of double back.
Yeah, kind of double backing, and like you said, we've had it plenty of times where we've made that loop, didn't fire a bird up, but we've had bird tracks in our boot tracks, and it showed time and time again that there's a fine line for me that the patience and running a gun and game, we let it clash with us sometimes, but we'll try some stuff different this year.
There ain't nothing that gets me more mad, by the way, than seeing a doggone track inside my boot track.
It's tough. That's a tough pill to swallow.
That gets me fired up.
Yeah.
And not a good way.
Well, how about, so let's jump into our property that we do turkey hunt on a regular basis. We're running into, like we said,
change the landscape.
Pretty much a total landscape change. Where we know the birds like to stay, they're going to be doing some logging, have done some logging already during deer season, and let's kind of get into what our game plan is going to be.
So, with them doing the logging, have done some logging, we've actually seen turkeys in the same area, which to me is good because it makes me feel they haven't pushed them somewhere else. But I'm gonna fall back to our 500 to 600 acre block we like to hunt. That 500 to 600 acre block, the landscape in there is changed now.
Yeah.
So now we've got to go listen, run cameras to see where they've moved to because we have physically seen them, and 7 out of 10, 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10 times, whatever you want to say, when we see them during deer season, come turkey season, luckily enough, they're usually fairly close.
Yeah, on this piece of property, they're pretty close to where they hang out in the fall, and that's good for us.
Yeah, that helps out a lot. But with the change in landscape now, and I mean, there's still some big trees down, which could cause, we're hunting the same area. It could cause hang-ups.
Yeah, it could cause, definitely. We've had birds hang up on little logs before.
So we're going to go and we're going to play it just like it's a brand new property. We know the land. We just don't know the landscape yet.
Yeah, and we target, so before all this change, we would like to target the ag fields. Of course, they like to get out there in sun and dust, and they can see further, so they can see hens off in the distance, whatever. But these clear cuts are going to play a big part. They love clear cuts as well. So I think we're going to have more luck in those clear cuts than the ag fields because there's a little more cover. It might make it a little more difficult on us if they're not answering us. But I think we'll have a good season if we play our tactics like we're planning. And even if we have a rough morning, we might resort back to that running gun style and start hitting some new spots just to try to strike some birds up.
If we have a rough morning too now, it is going to be a whole lot more open.
Yeah.
So we'll definitely take the binos with us.
Yep.
Sit in spots and just pretty much just glass and see if we can put our eyes on birds, and then we can drop a game plan from there.
Yeah.
But we're going to have to put boots on the ground at both places and really draw up new game plans. We might have to change some tactics and just kind of go from there and take all the pieces that we gather and put it together and to create the puzzle of put one on the tailgate.
Yep.
And I think it's going to be a fun season. The kids are getting older. Pat can kind of contest to this one. When we started taking my oldest son, he was 4.
Yep.
And we do a lot of walking. Like we don't, no golf cart. We walk miles hunting. Little fella, he stuck out with us every step we made. And
we came close to connecting.
we were within 60 yards,
Yeah.
70 yards of connected on one, his first hunt. So I'm excited about the youth season rolling in. You know, us daddies, we're gonna do the work, but seeing either one of we got 4 sons between the two of us. Either one of our boys killing a turkey is going to be just the icing on the cake.
Yeah, that's gonna be a exciting time and give us the opportunity to spend more time together
And
through our
that's
busy lives. But you know, get out and have fun.
and that's the focus. The main focus this year is to get them on birds. I mean, yeah, we're going to go. We're going to go hunt like we normally do, but when we have them and if they're out of school or Saturday, Sunday, you know, Sunday afternoon, because we go, you know, we have church Sunday morning and stuff, and we're just going to try to get them birds and just get it all filmed and let y'all see it and take y'all on the ride with us, and hopefully y'all enjoy it. If you got anything that you try, let us know. Drop in a comment. Please talk to us.
Yeah,
Like,
especially with kids. I mean, we're kind of new to this anyway, so just any pointers, anything that you can bring to us to make hunting with kids easier, let us know.
things have changed. There's stuff now that we didn't. Our daddies didn't get to use when we were kids, and
Yep.
now we've got kind of a
You have everything on
different
your phone.
tripods and
Yeah.
stuff we can use, different vests we can tote to have a bunch of stuff to the decoys. Man, the decoys nowadays are wow.
Yeah, the hard part too is it almost looks like we're going on a camping trip when we go
Yes.
out with the kids, especially turkey hunting. Like you said, we like to walk a good ways, and you got this, you got that, you got cameras, bipods, decoys, everything. you
Turkey
can think of.
chairs. I mean,
It's kind of a handful, but it's
pop up
it's all worth
blinds.
it.
It is worth it, but when we get done and get back to the truck,
That Waffle House,
Whew.
Little House is well deserved.
old Dad over here, I'm cash because
Yeah.
I'm a big fella. So,
Yep.
but y'all stick around with us.
We'll
It's like-
we'll bring y'all some more stories from our past turkey hunting experiences. We got one I mentioned earlier before we even started filming. We called him Ridge Runner. He gave us the runaround. So pretty interesting story. You had several run-ins with him. I had a couple run-ins with him.
Old Ridge Runner, he never made the back of the truck. That was the one bird I can say he put a whooping on us.
Yeah, he was smarter than us. So,
And we tried. I'm talking about we tried everything under the sun we could think of
yeah,
to do it and never connected. I mean, I even had my brother. I even had I had to call Big Brother to see if he could help,
Yeah.
and it just didn't. It just never worked out. There's a lot of mistakes. I guarantee we made in the
Oh, yeah.
whole process of hunting him that if we would have done different, we could have connected on him. But y'all stick around. Let us know stuff in the comments, like and subscribe, and get back with us.
yeah, we'll keep bringing it to y'all. Thank y'all.
Appreciate it.